time a case is filed until it's resolved, what do the extremes look like? What's the typical look like?
I think, well, I don't know if there is a typical. I would say the extremes are 24 hours or less up to a year. And I've had cases go a year, and I know that there's cases that happen in 24 hours. I've done those as well. Their typical case is supposed to take around 4 months.
And I just want to comment on that before you say anything. Usually, our rules require that we issue our decision at the CAS level within 4 months. Usually, it's not the arbitrators who are delaying that decision, but the parties.
But now, as you get close to the games, we're seeing it every single day. There's something coming from AAA. Are you available this weekend?
Right.
We have to quickly convene an arbitration on eligibility, and
Right.
boom, boom. And
Right.
understandably, you have to get it done.
I'm doing a case right now that I got last night, yesterday, maybe at 3 p.m., let's say, and I'll have the decision, I hope, by 5 p.m. today. So that's 26 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I had a case in Salt Lake City at the games where I was a lawyer, and I think we got notice at about 5 p.m. We showed up at a hearing at 10 p.m. and we had a ruling by 2:30 a.m. in a case involving a gold medal. And that's fairly typical on the site of the games. You run into this deadline because the ability to enter into a competition is something that nobody in front of the arbitrator generally controls. So there's no jurisdiction to stop it or slow it down, and there's no way for an arbitrator to hold a competition back or keep it from going forward.
Right.
And that competitive opportunity has been said to be fleeting. It's something that comes and goes, and you either make it to it or you don't.
Yeah, I represented Jessica Hardy after she tested positive at the 2008 Olympic trials, and that case could have gone 2 different ways. She needed her case resolved before the Olympic Games to go to the Olympic Games. And so one path would have been to do an expedited arbitration, which is what we initially thought we were going to do. And we could have held a hearing within 48 hours without any explanation of what caused the positive, probably lost, immediately appealed to CAS, probably lost there, and she would be done and suspended for 2 years. And because the case had some very serious scientific issues that we needed to explore, we felt that the best thing to do was to not do that. So we basically slowed down the process. She essentially withdrew from the Olympic team. We entered into an agreement that gave us more time. Ultimately, we were able to put forward evidence as to the circumstances that led to a reduction to 1 year, which is a big difference in the life of an athlete. So you have to weigh those as a lawyer for the athlete. You have to weigh the speediness versus reality. You know, it's one thing to rush blindly to a hearing, but if you have no evidence that you can put forward while you're rushing blindly, then maybe you're not doing the best service to your client. And we could have done our AAA hearing and our final CAS appeal all within a week under the rules. We would have had to for her to go to the 2008 Olympics. But that wasn't the best thing to do in that case.